Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. We're going to get right into it today. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's the plan anyhow. The doctor is in. What's up, Dino? What's up, Tom? Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to cover. I was able to... here we go. I was able to go over some all 22 today and look at some stuff. I didn't do like I normally do where I, like burn through everything. But I did look at Graham Barton. And then, for the sake of science, I started watching the offensive line in the run game. So, interesting things to talk about. Can't get my lighting right. Dino, oh no, Tom just took the crown from Dino. All right. So, I'll wait till more people get in here before we start talking about the news and stuff. Yeah, we got to get our score predictions in. So if anybody's got score predictions. I got a new shirt today. It's a size, about a size small. You can see it's a little small. It's one of those dry fit shirts too, but it doesn't really feel like it. It feels almost like cotton. But it's got the word mark, and you know how I love the word mark. Bam. But you see it's a little tight. Bothers me. I also got, and this has been on my list forever, coasters. I use coasters all the time, and I used to have some Buccaneer coasters, but they broke, and I've been using these. I've got them all over the place. And it's been on my list for about 3 years to get new coasters. Nice ceramic with cork backing. I like it. So anyhow, it was a haul day for Ralph today. I should have done like unboxing videos, huh? Isn't that what the Utes do? The kids? My face is so shiny. I got to put on my makeup, man. Put on my makeup. All right, so week 2, all 22 review. Yeah. So I was saying that watching the game, I thought the tackles did horrible. Then rewatching the game, I didn't think the tackles did so bad. But then watching all 22, Graham Barton did not play good. It really started in the second half. There was a shift in the second half with both our run game and basically their defense really stepped it up in the second half. And Barton had a really tough time. I would give him a grade C-. So we're going to go over some of that here in a little bit. But I was very fascinated by our run game. You know, we talked about it last week, how we're doing like exclusively gap. You know, exclusively. I don't think I've seen us run zone once yet. We might have, I don't know. It just doesn't, I can't think of one. And I said last week, I said, ooh, and this, these guys are more athletic than the guys we had before. We had Donovan Smith and Alex Kappa, and these guys, were trying to, run gap and power and all that good stuff. They just weren't athletic enough. They're tripping over each other, not fast enough and everything. These guys we got now, they're fast and athletic. So I was like, wow, when you could see the roots of a good run game, a really powerful run game starting to take hold. And we see in this all 22, we see some fruits of that starting to come up. I was like, ooh, I like this. So we're gonna look at any of those things, both of those things. Tom, you're going to win it again. You did win yesterday or yeah, Monday, but I still got to go back and look and make sure you didn't edit it. I think did you send it to me in a text or on the YouTube comment? Justin Fields has been ruled out for the Jets. So we are going to be playing Tyrod Taylor. That's all they got. They only got those two quarterbacks. They've got a rookie, Moon. I want to say Moon. Brady Cook. I don't know where I got Moon from. I guess two O's. Brady Cook, but he's on the practice squad, so they're probably going to bring him up. But Justin Fields ruled out. Concussion. It's my daughter. My daughter walks around and says that all the time. When the baby falls or something, my oldest daughter will go, concussion. It cracks me up. Concussion. Kate, what's up? Oh, Kate's early today. Hola. I was thinking how to say pretty lady in Spanish, and I can't remember. Bonita? Bonita? Here we go. Got to look it up. Belladama. Hermosa Dama? I never would have guessed that. Maybe Belladonna I would have. There's also Guapa Dama. More common in Spanish. Linda Dama. And Preciosa Dama. Emphasizes preciousness. Okay. All right, so Bella Dama. Hola, Bella Dama. That's a really long way to give somebody a compliment, isn't it? To say hi. You admitted that you were messing with your Uber driver? Ooh. Tom who? All right. So, yeah. So Justin Fields is out. We will not be playing him. We will be playing Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod, the quintessential journeyman. How long has he been in the league? It seems like forever. Who was it that drafted him? The Bills? Like in 1980? No, 2011. Oh my gosh, 15 years. This is his 15th year. Ugh. Let's see. Who drafted him? The Ravens in the 6th round. Wow. He's really stuck around, man. He has really stuck around. We played him one time. I know we did. Man. All right. Here we go. Let me see. If we have played him. I know we did. I mean, we had to have at some point, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Maybe not. At some point. This is exciting stuff. Here we go. When in Baltimore, 2014, we played him. Oh my gosh. No, he wasn't. Yeah, no, he didn't play in that game. That's the game. That's the game we got stomped, 48-17. Their other perennial quarterback put up, what, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter or something like that? Pretty sure that's that game. Okay, and then Okay. Yeah, we played in 2017 when he was at Buffalo. That's why I was thinking Buffalo. They beat us 30-27. He went 20 for 33, had a 61% completion rate, 268 yards, and 1 touchdown. Ah, man. So anyhow, yeah, playing Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. So anyhow, I'm gonna have to repeat all this stuff. Egbuke was injured. Injury report came out today. The official injury report to start off the week. And he did have a hip and groin injury, or hip/groin injury. Uh, I didn't notice. Y'all said that they were wrapping him up with the sideline. And I remember seeing that because I remember thinking, why are they putting that on the outside of his uniform? I guess they just did it while he was sitting over there and then took it off when he went back in the game or something. I don't know. But the injury report is out. And so far, here's what we got. Let me see if I can pull this up to make it easier on everybody. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. We've got Emeka Egbuka, hip groin, did not practice today. Luke Gedeke, foot, did not practice today. Kalijah Cansey, out, injured reserve. It just breaks my heart, man. Cody Mock, that's not a good one. Knee, did not practice. Servasier Dennis, ankle, he was limited. Chris Godwin Jr., ankle, limited, so he did practice today. Tristan Wirfs practiced today, apparently, limited. Hassan Riddick was limited with a shoulder. And Baker Mayfield, foot/toe. That was when he got tackled from behind when he was scrambling one time. For the New York Jets, look at all those guys they got did not practice. Tony Adams, safety, hip. Just checking on my chat here, making sure it's still working. All right. Where'd it go? Okay. Why is everything so difficult? Okay. So Michael Carter, the second quarterback, did not practice. Justin Fields, concussion, did not practice. He's out. Jermaine Johnson, ankle, did not practice. Kene Nwangwu, hamstring, did not practice. Josh Reynolds, wide receiver, hamstring, did not practice. Jay Tufele, defensive lineman, illness, did not practice. Marcelina McCrary Ball, hamstring, linebacker, limited. And then Sauce Gardner, groin, full, so forth and so on. So, interesting stuff there. And that'll do it. Let's get into some game film. Let's do it. Tired of playing around. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We got some good stuff and we got some bad stuff. Like I said, I watched Cody or Graham Barton is what I was looking at. And I didn't really pay much attention to everything else. But every now and then I would catch some things. But I did start watching the run game, and you'll see why here in a minute. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's our winter time is here now. It's starting to get cold. Matter of fact, last night I put on like long pajamas. I always wear shorts. And last night I put on long, warm pajamas for the first time. uh, okay, so this one we got Cody Mock. This was a good play by Mock. He's looking for work. This is in the first quarter. By the way, if y'all got anything you want to look at, let me know. I broke everything down so I could find things a little bit easier. I still don't have down and distance stuff. I'm working on that. But I like this. I really like this from Cody. You're seeing this a lot from our linemen. Nobody's standing around doing nothing. Everybody's looking for work. I like that. So he's helping 68 here. And then he turns around and sees Gedecki, and just clobbers this guy, man. He just helps him. Look at it. Oh. It takes him to the ground. Bam, right here. Got them both wrapped up, and then just they all go down. Boom, look at that. Gedecki, or Mock with a pancake. I don't know if I don't think I gave him credit for a pancake there because he gets up too quick. It was like he just fell on the guy. So no, I did not give him credit for a pancake. Gosh, we so dominated the time of possession in this game. I mean, you can look at my graphics, where I put out the difference in the offense and the defense and the special teams and all that. I code them and everything. It's like our offense just completely dominates the graphics. I mean, we were 30, almost 38 minutes time of possession. They had 22. I think it was like 37.8 to 22 point something. That's ridiculous. That's great. That's great. That's how you want to do it. And it was because of our run game. It's because of our run game. What's up, Gator Bait? The block punt. Yes. Okay. We'll do that. I've actually got that marked. We shall do that. We can look at it right after this one. Luke Gedecki does get a pancake on this one now. Right here. This is a nice pancake. I am seeing the guys in this game. This is a good one. Look at this. A boom. Oh, yeah. I love it. Oh, my gosh. Big old pillow head. Look, he's got his arms up. Oh, it looks like he might have his knee on support. Those are the best pancakes when they just put all their body weight. They put their arms out and their legs out. But in this game, I did notice we attempted a lot of pancakes. Most of them didn't work, though. It's hard to, I'm telling you, man, a pancake is like a sack for an offensive lineman. And I think we're getting into them. For many years, we just didn't do it. Look at that. He wanted that one bad. I love that. And he's like sticking his arms out. Love it. All right. Most of this is going to be offensive line stuff. Like I said, I was watching Graham Barton. Okay. Now here is our run game. Now, like I was saying, we are exclusively running power. We are a gap run scheme, and these guys are doing really, really good with it. Especially considering it's just crazy to me, considering these guys are all new or / playing different positions and how smooth they are. You saw very, very few guys running into each other, and we're doing a lot of movement. I mean, this isn't your granddad's gap blocking. This is very complex stuff. Now, I complained about this type of offensive run game when we had guys like Donovan Smith and Hainsey and Kappa and those guys that were just big and really not athletic and not fast, because they just ran into each other constantly. and tripping over each other and clogging up holes and all that kind of stuff. But these guys are all very athletic and fast. Graham Barton is very fast. I'm actually very surprised at how fast he is. But anyhow, here we go. This is the first quarter. Here's a look at our run game. Okay, boom. You got the left tackle and the left guard pull. Now we're going to run it right up in here. Here's where he's aiming. So these guys, if you see 67 and 69, they push their guy this way. 68 walls his guy off. 88, his responsibility is the second level. I found that very interesting. Instead of having him go here, they have him going second level. So these two guys are going to take on these two guys. It's a mismatch, to say the least. Anyhow, bam, look at that. And then bam, and look at that hole. Man, that is a work of art. Everybody did perfect here. I mean, 67's got his guy blocked up. 88's got his guy blocked up. He lost his guy, but he had him blocked up long enough. And boom, he goes through. Now, the good sign of a great offensive run blocking is how far the running back gets before he has contact with a defender. This is, what are we looking at? About 5 yards? Yeah, about 5 yards there. I remember we were seeing that a lot last year, man. They were just opening up great holes. And yeah, I love how versatile this line is. And to think that this is our makeshift line. It was great. It's thrilling. It really is. Here's another one. Here's another run blocking. That was a beautiful run and play. There's a lot of them in this game. I mean, we really dominated the Texans with the run game. Just that type of blocking where the runner would get 2 or 3 yards before a defender would even come close to him. Look at Gedeke swiping his guy. That's sweet right there. Well, and a boom, takes off. 68 running out. You got lead blockers here and here. Look at that. Everybody's on their dude. I mean, you could say he gets touched right here, but this guy's in the process of falling down. But he gets way out here. You know, they are running way to the outside. Look at 67, just drives his guy. This guy does a really good job running and getting over there. Good block here. Nice seal by 69. Just very happy with this run game, man. So you could say he gets touched right there. Yeah, that's another good 5 yards down the field. I haven't got a chance to watch the defense yet. Oh, let's watch that punt. Let's see, where was it? The block punt. I think this is it. Let me see. Oh, no, this is the return. Let me see. Okay, so it would be we had the ball, then they got it. What quarter was that in? Do we remember? And the ball. Oh, and this is the one, Merriweather. Remember I was asking why in the world was Merriweather so far behind? It's because he gets blocked and falls down over here, or he's blocking. This is Merriweather. And he falls down. right here. And there's the punter. Remember, the punter goes down and tries to make the tackle. So he obviously was just very lackadaisical about getting up. I don't have another angle, but that's why he was available. See, here's the punter. Merriweather's not even in the picture yet. There he is. Now he's coming. So because he fell down, he was able to save a touchdown. The punt was in the fourth. Man, I thought I had it. Is this it? Yeah. This is it. Pretty sure. Yeah. Guy comes completely unblocked. This guy right here, completely unblocked. I mean, this is really unacceptable. But we saw it in the first game, watching the All-22, that our special teams are slacking bad. I don't know if Riley, I mean, he probably definitely should have got this ball off quicker. I don't know. Don't really know. But you can't have a guy come unblocked off the edge. I mean, stick your arm out there at least. Make him, woo, gosh, man, Riley got clobbered. Look, he gets helicoptered. He is helicoptered. Woo, wow. Wow. All right, here it is from the end zone angle. Now, you see they're overloaded. I'm kind of confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, whoever this is, I don't think that's Watts. Should have stuck his arm out or something, man. I mean, you just can't have a guy coming off the edge unblocked. And he's not even running fast either. Oh, man, Riley gets spun just like a top. Looks like he's a ballet dancer, pirouette. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad special teams. This guy right here should have seen it too. You can look, he's looking, but he doesn't see that guy coming. It's kind of his job. Guess he's too worried about somebody coming up the middle. Oh no. Yeah, unblocked is unacceptable, man. We've really got to work on our special teams. Kickoff returns, punts. Our special teams coach, this is what, his second year? Pretty sure. I thought he did good last year. Thought he did good last year. Okay, here is, I'm just going in order. I don't have these. All right. All right, this one's Graham Barton. Like I said, I was able to watch all of his film today, and then I got distracted by the run game. The run blocker was really good in this game. Okay, nice one. Okay, nice one. See, he gets the pancake. Almost. That's like what would you even call that? It's like a banana on the side of a pancake. It doesn't quite get him, but takes him down. That's good, and he does it without holding. He's good at this. Guys get around him, just from what I've seen so far. And I did say in the week 1 game, I was really impressed with how he played a lot, his aggressiveness. And I said I wanted to see more snaps but I think he's good. And I got more snaps, and they weren't good. But he does have a lot of good qualities that I really like. But this is one of the things he'll do is, when they come to the outside, he'll just drive them. He'll try to drive them right in the ground. And he's quite effective with it. He just puts all of his weight on them like this and then just takes them right down. We'll call it, well, yeah, how do you pronounce that? A crepe? Crepe? I've always wanted to know. A creep? No, it's crepe. 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 With a short E. Crepe. Bah, yeah. Ape. Crepe. 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 Huh. Yeah. Yeah, not a full pancake, so can't give him credit for that. But I did like what he did there. It only goes downhill from there, I think. All right, this is another Graham Barton one. For some reason, I don't have any notes on these two. Don't know what that's all about. Okay, here's Graham Barton. Bam. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, there you go. See, this is the kind of play I just love. He goes out here, second level, boom, really aggressive. And he turns beautifully right there. I love that. He's trying to seal this off right there. And look at that hole. Look at that hole. Good grief. We got 69 mock comes up. Boom. 68 down blocks over here. 60 goes that away. He comes out. Gets a great, great leverage on this guy. This is just pretty run blocking. Look at that. Wham. Look at that hole. Oh my gosh. Look at this. And then, but here's what I love. Barton just doesn't stop. He's just going to block you, and he's going to block you. He's going to take you down. And then, look, he jumps to land on this guy. He launches to land on him. Boom. Oh, almost a pancake. That's another crepe. Another crepe. Right on the side. Good stuff down, man. But then Bucky kind of got playing better a little bit in the second half. I didn't like some of his decisions he made. Like he should have got out of this one. He didn't get touched until right here. Again, 5 yards down field. He normally would get out of that. But he gets his mojo coming in the second half. All right, here we go. This is second quarter. Okay, I've got this marked and I have no idea why. So we're just going to have to look at it and figure out what it is about this that I've marked. Oh, yeah. Just great run blocking. Look at this. We're all over the place too, man. So much movement. Because as soon as he snaps the ball, he's up and running. Yeah, he's turning while he snaps. That's always dangerous. I don't like it when they do that. So anyhow, he gets, boom. Okay, so we're running here. Here's where we're running. Who's that lead blocker here? Barton. Okay, Barton's coming. Look at this. We've got Cade Otton immediately going to second level. I don't know if he's going for 0 or 39, but he's zoned in on somebody. He looks like 0. Yeah, he's going for 0. Doesn't get there though. Oh, lucky for him, Heck pops off. Nice. Oh, this is sweet. So Heck pops off, gets 0. Barton comes around, sees 39. Bam! And then nice run by Bucky there. Look at that. He doesn't get touched until 5 yards down the field. Right here. Right there. Heck, that's 7 yards down the field. That's beautiful run blocking. I'm excited about this run block. I'm excited about our offensive line. You know you are a football nerd when you're excited about an offensive line. Okay. Oh, man. For some reason, my notes and stuff, I obviously didn't save them somehow. Oh, this is horrible. What is going on here? Oh, okay. No. Okay. Where are we at? Here? Okay, now things start to get a little rough. Charlie Heck and Graham Barton. Gedeke is out. Heck gets beat for a pressure here, and Barton's guy is at 55. Yeah, 55 tries to yank him down, but it doesn't work. So we were talking about that, the way Barton plays, how he kind of leans forward. He's so aggressive with his push or his pass protection, that what was going to happen when somebody yanks him. But we see it here. And Barton does a good job of not getting pulled. But 55 gets a good grip on him and then tries to yank him right here, right there. And Barton just kind of squats. You can see he's starting to go down, but he squats. And then he's able to do that turn and push. He's pretty good with that. He's very athletic. But then over here, Charlie Heck gets beat by 51. Just on a straight inside move. He's just off balance, bad leverage. He gets picked up right there and turns into a pressure. Or is that a sack? I don't know. So Charlie Heck, good old Charlie Heck. He didn't play as bad as I thought he was going to play now. He didn't play great. Yes, Molly. I was very concerned about our run game. But I think it's a combination of our we got our run game coordinator is, I think it's, oh my gosh. I want to say it's our offensive line coach and then our running backs coach. So I think those guys, especially our running backs coach, is really, they have, and I think Grizzard obviously is like, no, we're gonna run power, and they're really going to town with it. I think they're having fun with it. It is fun if you can do it good. It's fun, but it's hard to do good. It really is. It's easy to mess up. Zone is so much easier. But yeah, I was worried about Liam when he left, and I was like, because he just turned our run game around. But I don't think it's him. I think it was the run game coordinator and the running backs coach. Maybe the offensive line. I want to say the offensive line coach is our run game coordinator. It's something weird. It might be our defensive backs coach or something. Okay. Here we go with this one. This is another run blocking. Look at that, man. Just love it. Who was that on the outside there? Somebody came in with a great cut block there. I'm not a fan of cut blocks, but it was called. He loves cut blocking. He really does. That's wild. This is a good one. He takes this guy out. Right here. Look at that. Boom. And then look, yeah. They just we just collapsed this whole line. Okay, does anybody pop off second level? Yeah. Barton pops off second level. Look at that. Boom. We take these guys. Look at this. Look at this wall. Look at that hall. It's exciting. Oh gosh. Man. I don't know what Texans run defense is like, but um we really put a hurting on them. Okay. This one, Barton gets pushed off balance. He doesn't set his feet well, doesn't set it quick enough. Breedis and Mock have a miscommunication on the handoff of the defender. Yeah. So let's look at Mock or Barton on this one. He just, I was very impressed with his footwork in week one. This game, it wasn't near as sweet. He gets right there. I mean, he's just off balance like immediately. Bam. He's flopping his feet everywhere. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, this foot, you could see it flopping back and forth like a wind chime. Yeah, he's looking rough there, man. He's got his ankle moves weird when he puts his foot down. Look at that. Like an at. Okay. So anyhow, he gets pushed back, he just can't get any leverage. He's off balance immediately. But then right here, this is where the mistake happens. And this was our mistake. These two helping each other out. Boom. And you could see Bredesen goes to hand off to Mock. Right there. Right there. He's handing off to Mock, and then he realizes, oh crap, Mock's not over there. Mock's looking over this way. You can see Bredesen is looking downfield. And he's probably getting ready to turn his head and look over here. But right there, he's handing off, and then he goes, oh crap. And then he just doesn't have the leverage to get 90 out of the way. So that was a miscommunication. I don't know what Mock was doing. I don't know why he didn't take the handoff here. He should have. I guess he's worried about Heck, I guess, But that's a long way. He should make sure this guy's wrapped up first. But yeah, Bredesen, you can see him right there, just hands him off, and he's like, oh crap. So I wouldn't really say that they beat us on that one. I think we shot ourselves in the foot on that one. Now this one, Barton gets juked out by 55. I think 55 really catches on to how Barton plays. And he gets the sack here. This is pure just speed and shiftiness. Whoop, whoop, right there. Not necessarily an ankle breaker, but you can see he gets Barton's like knock-kneed. And then he just can't get out there in time. He got juked. It's Kevin Carver, the offensive line coach, and Larry Foote. Okay, I knew it was something weird. And I wanted to say Larry Foote was involved somehow. And Larry Foote he's back to is he outside linebackers coach or linebackers coach? Gosh, I can't remember. He's been moved around so much. I love Larry Foote, though. All right. Oh, wow. That's crazy, Molly. Good stuff. That's good stuff right there. Very happy about that. Okay. So right there, you see Barton's, he's had a couple bad plays there. Now this one, another Barton play. This is a screen pass. Barton goes out. You've got 60 Jordan. I think that is Otten out there. So these guys are running out here. This is the screen. These are all blockers right here. And I don't know why they took this funky line. I guess because they're waiting. They don't want to cross, can't go a yard past the line of scrimmage. And right there, okay, now they cut up. Well, that's a slow cut up, isn't it? They get right in front of White too, and they make him have to curve when he didn't want to. So anyhow, you got these two blockers. Otten gets on his guy. Mike gets on his guy. Jordan sees this guy coming, so he decides to target him. Barton should have got 0, but he doesn't. I don't know what he does. He just lets it get right by him, right here. I was like, what are you doing? How do you not see that dude? I think he literally didn't see him. You can see it from the end zone angle right here. You know, Barton his head's not swiveled that away. He's looking downfield. See, he's looking at 2 as well. Never even glances over to his right. I think, oh no, that's Egbuka. Yeah, I think Egbuka could have picked up some good yardage if Barton would have blocked this guy. So you end up with these two guys blocking this guy while Egbuka is laying over here. That's probably where he got his hip injury, right? Because that's a shot. Wham! So we can blame Barton for Egbuka's hip injury. I'm just guessing that's where he got hurt. Okay, here we go. More. Now, Barton has got this bear hug technique he uses a lot, and he didn't use it here, and it cost him. You know, I was pointing out, that bear hug is really good because it keeps defenders from doing this right there. See how he was able to grab his arm? 55 was, and just move it out of the way. He didn't bear hug here. He should have bear hugged here. But also, 55 gets him right in the face, right here, and turns his head sideways. It's very brief, but still, it keeps Barton from being able to get his push going out there. So anyhow, it's a pressure and a hit. Bam. Mayfield gets hit there. And on this play, I didn't write this down, but I think he had somebody open in the flats over here. This is that same play from the sideline. Yeah. Look, he's got 7 open, but he's got this pressure coming. He doesn't have time to look over here for the check down. He's just like, okay, I know Mike's going over here, going to get in that seam, so I'm going to do that. Not a bad decision at all, but he just can't get good target on it because he's getting clobbered. Thanks, Barton. Yeah, it is very insane how good they're playing, Gator. But I will say, from what I have seen, that Graham Barton and Heck did cause trouble for our offense in the passing game a bit. We could have been much more dominant. Let's put it that way. So annoying. Okay, now we are in third quarter. Mock gets beat here by 90. Here's Mock, 90. And I think he gets a sack. Oh, what's up, Gotti? I haven't been paying attention to who's coming in or saying anything. Look at that. That's just a butt whooping there. I don't even think he hooks Mock, does he? No, he just catches Mock off balance. Right there. Yeah, he doesn't hook him. He just pushes him. Bam. Ooh, that's rough. Right here. He shoves him out of the way and then goes for it. I think he gets a sack here. I'm not sure if they considered this a sack. I don't know if he gets up to the line of scrimmage or not. That's a tough one. What's everybody saying in chat? Let me catch up here. Gotti, I didn't even know you were in here, man. You pronounce it crepe? I've always said crepe or crepe. It's crepe. That is a good point, Gatorback. You know, if Wirfs comes back, you put him at right tackle so you don't have to reshuffle again until Luke gets back. You know, I would have said that after week one that I'd have been good with that. You know, we could put Barton over there, see what happens. I want to see McClellan. We've got him on our practice squad. He's a right tackle we got from, I can never remember. It's not the 49ers. Chargers. Yeah. I like him. I'd like to see him get some snaps, just see what we got with him. It's just a passing thought. Yeah, it's one of those. It's a good theory, but you want worse at left tackle. But but put Barton over there at right tackle. See what happens. I don't know. I'll be cool with whatever they do. Yeah, the pass protection is not as good as the run game yet. Yeah, but what's up, Rampage? Gattake's hurt too much. I know. We have an injury problem, and I think it's because we have. What have I been saying? I've been saying for years now. I said we got 5 medical doctors on staff, and I was wrong about that. We don't. We got 7. We have 7 medical doctors on staff. Now, here's the issue. We got 7 medical doctors on staff. We have Advent Health is our sponsor for the football team. We have a hospital right next door to the practice facility. Right next door to One Buck Place is a hospital. So we're basically swimming in the medical industry. I heard a whole thing. I think it was right after Michael Jackson died. I heard somebody say, if you ever want to have somebody die prematurely, hire them a private doctor. And my dad used to say all the time, if you ever want somebody dead, get them flying lessons or motorcycle lessons. Anyhow, it's just when you got so many. When all you have is a hammer, everything's a nail, and it's just on their minds. I mean, you can't, as a football player, you can't escape it when Advent Health is everywhere and the hospital's right next door and you got medical personnel walking around all over the place. You can't help but think about getting hurt. I don't know. I think we got the most doctors on staff of any NFL team, and it's not helping us. As a matter of fact, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are one of the most healthiest teams in the league, they have the least doctors on staff. They've got 3. So I don't know. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Interventionism and all that good stuff. Okay, this one was strange in the sense that Barton asks for a penalty here. And when I first saw this, I thought it was Jafar. Well, she's the recovery person, right? I don't know. I can't blame her because I like her too much. She's a fan of the team. I can't dislike her. Okay, here's Barton. He goes out and he's going to block, where that is, 5. And 5 cut blocks him here, right there. Woo, it's a good cut block. And by good cut block, I mean, it's effective. I don't think any cut blocks are good blocks, but anyhow, watch Barton, man. He is pissed when he gets up. As he's laying on the ground, he's looking over at the refs. As he's rolling on the ground, he's got his hands out. And he gets up, he looks at the refs. He's like, what the F, man? And then he comes over and gets in 5's face. They have some words. Or 5 walks over to him. And then he's talking crap to 5. You know? And I'm like, yeah, that's an illegal block. You can't do that. Or so I thought. So then I spent a good 20 minutes looking up the rules. And no, it's a perfectly legal block. You can't do it outside a 5-yard box. So where's the snap at? Okay, the snap's on the line. So you've got a 5-yard box that stretches from sideline to sideline. Right here. You are allowed to cut block anybody except, you can go low on anybody, except a receiver who is getting the ball. You're not allowed to do that. So from sideline to sideline, you can block anybody low. You can go low on anybody there. And I could have swore that this was outlawed on offensive linemen, but apparently not. I learned something new. And apparently so did Barton. It's good run blocking, though. Good run blocking. Great run blocking in this game. Very exciting to see. Now, here's another Barton mess up. He just gets off balance here. Right there, right there. It gets picked up right there and hops on 1 foot. That's bad. You can't do that. You can't do that. And then, yeah, he gets thrown into Mayfield, right? Look at this. I mean, you can't have that, dude. Nothing else, man. You got to stay on your feet. So 55, starting about the end of the second quarter and this definitely the second half, is really starting to get the better of Barton. Here we go with yeah, it was a cheap play by 5. I just don't like cut blocks. I think they're, yeah, I don't want to say cowardly, but they're dangerous. They're dangerous. I mean, I don't really want to say cowardly because they're not cowardly blocks, but I prefer, mano a mano. It's kind of like cut blocks are kind of like a field unleveling block. But you can, if you're expecting a cut block, then you could very easily avoid it, jump over it or whatever. That happened with remember Aaron Rodgers got hurt last year because an offensive lineman tried to cut block Leonard Floyd, I think it was. And he jumped over the guy and got to Aaron Rodgers and ended up hurting him pretty bad. So, cut blocks are very dangerous for both teams. If the defender or whoever's getting cut blocked knows it's coming, he could very easily avoid it or jump over it, and then you're in a lot of trouble. Okay, here we go. Let's look at some run blocking here. But look at that all. That's nice. Okay, 60's getting a little manhandled here. But boom, look at that. Runs behind him. Look, he's 7 yards downfield before he gets contact. Sweet. That was a good drive there, man. Everybody had their feet moving. Good stuff. Yeah, I tell you, man, I think by week 5 or 6, our run game is going to be just monstrous. You don't like her because they're not recovering? Yeah, we're only watching offense. I was only able to. I watched all of Graham Barton's snaps, and then in the process of watching him, I got sidetracked watching our run blocking. It was really good. It was the reason why we did so good in the run game. Okay, on this one, Barton is beat on the outside again by 55 for a quarterback hit. Look at that. That's just horrible. It's bad. He just can't get that drive on him now. This guy, 55, has figured it out, it looks like. Because that's the same exact technique he used earlier to do basically the same thing. Bam, then he gets Mayfield right on the hip. Oof. Ah. Boop. All right, now we're in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you've noticed, but we haven't had any good Barton plays. Okay, here's one. This is not. He throws it. Remember, this was a hospital ball because I think it was Rachaad White or Bucky Irvin just gets clobbered as soon as he catches the ball here. Yeah, it's Bucky Irvin. It's the ball's off target. He has to jump up in there, exposes his ribs, boom, gets taken out. But there's a reason for that because, as you can see, 52 is barreling. Towards Mayfield, and he gets rid of the ball. But unfortunately, this was a case of Mayfield getting too frantic. If he would have stepped up, look what he would have seen. That's Egbuke. That's a touchdown. Nobody's covering him. I see a penalty here. I don't know what the penalty was. But that's one that you're just like, oof, that stinks. It's about this point that Baker started getting kind of skittish with this line because he's been getting hit. So I think Kate Otten does a great job picking up 52, but it looks scary right here. And I think that's when Mayfield's like, he throws it off his back foot. He's not set. He's just like, I'm just going to chunk it, man. If he would have just came over here and stepped up just one little shuffle, he would have had a bouquet wide open. But I think he's getting, at this point in the game, he was getting kind of frantic. Yeah. Anyway, what's up, brother? Yeah, in case everybody doesn't know, I talked about it at the beginning of the stream here. Justin Fields is out. So we are going to be playing Tyrod Taylor unless they decide to bring up the practice squad rookie quarterback. It's not Moon, Cook. It's the other double O. Okay, here's another one. Barton gets whooped here by, guess who? 55. Gets whooped for a sack. Oh, just taking off balance, man. And again, one hopping it, 1 foot hopping it. It's just, that's bad, man. You just can't have that. And then 55 gets the sack. Oh, he got the fumble. And White gets a helmet right in the hip right here. Oof. And this guy dives in. White stretches out right there. Wham, ribs, hip, something. He's hurt too. He didn't show up on the injury report, though. Right? We went over the injury report, and I don't think White was on there. No, he was not on there. Okay. So here we are. We covered this one already. This was, oh yeah, that's the one where we figured out why Funderburk was all the way back and able to make that touchdown saving tackle. And here is a defensive play that I just happened to catch. Logan Hall, right here. This was for a touchdown, right? Or this is the one where, yeah, he gets the touchdown. Look, they run right at him. Touchdown. He just gets pushed out of the way. I'm tired of seeing it, man. I just really am. It's been, 3-4 years of this mess? Yeah, they just push him, and he's not double teamed or nothing. It's just one guy. Just pushes him right out of the way. And they run right at him. I'm just like, ah! But Gotti, I think it was you. Didn't you mention it yesterday that you felt like that we let them get this touchdown? It's hard. At first, when they were going down the field, I was like, we need to let them score. And then they did score. And it didn't look to me like that anybody put forth a whole lot of effort on this play. And I was like, did they just let them score? I just don't know. I really don't know. If they did let them score, that was some 5D chess stuff right here. Because you see Winfield, he stops right here. Winfield will never stop, right? That's not true. That happened last week too. But normally he likes to try to get the ball right before they go across the line. He didn't try it here. I don't know. Don't know. Anyhow, I'm very thankful they did score. But just seeing Logan Hall just kind of, they just run right at him. They're like, okay, we need a touchdown. What do? Let's run at Logan Hall. That's what I would say. Okay, here is a 2-point conversion that they tried. Jones, 45, here he is. He gets a sack on this, Deion Jones. It's nothing he did. They just didn't block him at all. Look at that. Nobody blocks him. This is a complete screw up on their part. Okay, and then here's another Barton one. This is no big deal. He just falls down on his block here. Look at this, good cross-legged. Can't stand that. You don't ever want to see this with a tackle, man, ever. He's just falling down. I don't know why he's falling down. He just falling. He's trying to block. He's like a turtle. I can't get up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, now here's one where it's not 55 beating Barton. It's 95. Just, ugh. And he almost gets to Baker. And Barton is laying on the ground back here. That's Barton right there. This is his guy right there. Oh, this is the guy who horse collars Mayfield. I can't believe they didn't call this. I wish we had a better angle, but you can see Mayfield right there is getting yanked down. This was a 100% horse collar. Grabs him on the inside of his shoulder pads and yanks him straight down. Uncalled. Look at that run. That's a beautiful run. Our run game was so sweet. Now, so we've had 55 whoop up on Barton. We've had 95 whoop on it. So let's throw 51 in there this time. Just power. So you're like, okay, the guy needs to work on his outside speed. Again, cross-legged right there. You just can't play like that, dude. And then he's literally picked up. Both his feet are off the ground right here. He's picked up and thrown to the side. Ew. This play. Here we go. This was yeah, he just chunks it up. This is one of those plays where you're like, oh man, he's going to hate it when he goes in the film room and sees this. So he gets pressured. He steps up right there. He gets out of it, and then he just chunks it, right? He's just trying to avoid. Look what he had. 81 was open almost this whole route. You know, he's running this corner, and right there, he's open. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Mayfield's not looking that away. And then right there, he gets the happy feet. Well, I wouldn't even say he's getting happy feet, but he pulls the ball down. He's looking to scramble right here. You know, now just step up and then throw the ball. Either find somebody open or throw it away. But he's wanting to make. This is after his 4th and 10 scramble and all the good scrambles he's had. So he's got that on the brain probably. But he had 81 Miller wide open. So why was he getting pressure? Let's look and see. It's because 55, who just harassed Mayfield all day, ends up beating Charlie Heck. So it's good to know 55 is spreading the fun. Is he hooked? Is it a hook? Yeah. He gets a hook on him, underhooks him, and then just spins him. Then Mayfield, instead of taking the sack, just throws it out. You know, how come that wasn't intentional grounding? Was there a receiver near there? No, there was not. Okay, let me remember. If he's in the pocket, there's got to be a receiver and it has to cross the line of scrimmage, or there has to be a receiver. But if he's outside the pocket, it's just got to cross the line of scrimmage, right? I can't remember. Normally, I could recite that backwards and forwards because Drew Brees used to intentionally ground the ball all the dang time. He was never caught for it. And I knew it. I knew the rule backwards and forwards because I would yell at the TV, intentional grounding. And then I would explain it to everybody around me, but since Drew Brees is gone, I haven't really had to yell about it. So anyhow, that is the run game looks great, and it's just getting better. It improved from last week, and the run blocking was really nice. The running backs are getting a sense of what the line's doing. The line is playing great in the run game. I like it. I'm excited about it. The tackles, I would give Heck. He came in, he filled in for Gedeke. I'd give him a B minus, C plus. Barton, solid D. maybe I might be nice to say a D plus. Or a C minus, but he did not have a good performance in this game, which disappointed me. I was like all excited, hoping that, see a superstar in the making. And, he's got the raw skills there, or I don't know if to say skills. He's got some traits I really like, that I want to see expound. Anybody got anything they want to look at real quick? It's 8:00. I need to get off here. Yeah, backhanding the ball. Yeah, he did too. He was just running and I don't know what, his left hand just came up and just decided it didn't like the ball in the right hand. I don't know. Or Tyrod? No, it's more like Tyrod. Tyrod. It's not Tyrod? Huh. Baker's all correcting everybody. She's annoying to you. It was a good game by White. It really was. And I wonder if it's because, we basically replaced him with Bucky Irvin, and he's like, I'm going to get my bag from some other team. I'm going to look good. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good game by White. Kate, like I was saying, I thought it immediately. I was like, we need to let them score because they could potentially run out the clock, kick a field goal, win the game. And I was like, we need to let them score. So we got the opportunity to drive down the field, score a touchdown. And we did, and it worked out. And on that play, I'm telling you, man, it looks like they didn't really try too hard. They didn't, I don't know. Maybe everybody was thinking it. Maybe it wasn't a direct order. I don't know. It was weird. He pleaded the fifth. He didn't say no. Yeah, Barton's a little bit small to play left tackle. Yeah. And I don't really know how good 55 is, where to rank him on defensive ends or edge rushers. Obviously, he's better than the Atlanta Falcons edge rushers were. But, if Barton had to play somebody like top tier elite, I think it would probably be a disaster. Yeah, he does bend over and kind of launches forward. He had a bad game. He learned a lot, in this game. Now I don't know how to say Tyrod. Tyrod? Tyrod? T-Rod. It's Tyrod? Huh. Okay. Tyrod. You don't think it'll be a ton of scoring? Yeah, Tyrod is not a bad quarterback. I mean, he's a decent backup. He's not like, horrible like Sam Darnold or, gosh, I'm trying to think of that guy. He used to play for Colts. Oh, he was just bad. Or Peterson. But, because he'll probably put up 5 touchdowns on us and 500 yards because that's just what happens. Oh, I want to show y'all something. Check this out. Ahoy, mateys. Yeah. Hey, Kate, remember we were talking about getting a parrot and stuff? I was like, this is so much easier. It's cheaper too. Plus, I don't have to worry about him pooping on me. We got to name him. Is Todd Bowles a clock man? Yeah. Well, he hired the clock management dude. Maybe the clock management guy was like, hey, we got to let him score. Rod. Well, that's what I was saying, Tyrod. But then I'm being corrected by Gotti, who is being corrected by Baker Mayfield, saying it's Tyrod. I'm going to have to go. Was that on a press conference? Gotti, because if it is, I'll go watch it. Make that permanent. Anything pirate you like, right? You think Terod's going to take the starting job from Fields? Woo! Woo! What about the rookie, Cooks? Is he any good? Anybody know? Oh, I got to get off here, but tomorrow we're going to finish up the all 22 and then get your score predictions in for tomorrow. And if you can't make it tomorrow, send it to me or put it in a comment. I'm starting to do like posting it on a YouTube comment thing, and then it'll you can put it on there. Just respond to it. Anyhow, I got to get out of here. I'm starving. Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out. And we learned a lot. And I think Barton learned a lot too. He definitely learned that he can be taken out at the knees. And I learned that that's not illegal anymore, or if it ever was. I could have swore you couldn't do that. You can't do it 5 yards downfield, but you can within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Didn't know that. Anyhow, all right. Y'all be cool. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll wrap up this all 22. Until next time, go Bucs.